was the fact that he was sitting there sucking on his umbilical
cord.
Okay, it is late, I'm tired, but it's been a really big day today. It is Saturday, which means that we have to do a pregnancy update because I'm now 28 weeks.
Exciting.
And officially, according to everywhere except like one site, in my 3rd trimester.
Which we decided last week.
Which I have been counting since last week, but anyway. But yeah, I'm in my 3rd trimester, I'm 28 weeks today. And today has been super duper busy. I don't know how the hell I have the energy to do a pregnancy update because I've literally been falling asleep all day.
Well,
but
we left this morning at like 8:30. We only got home like an hour ago and it's 10:30.
Yeah, we've literally been out a lot of the day. We have come back, to do stuff.
We only came back to drop off the mattress.
Yeah. So just quickly today, the reason today has been so busy is because we went to pick up this amazing new mattress.
See other
Watch
video.
the video. We went to pick up the mattress my brain just died.
9 AM this morning.
In the morning, met my mum there with her trailer, got like the bed sheets and stuff, picked up the mattress, came home, dropped the mattress off, and then we raced off to an ultrasound, which I will tell you about in a moment.
Actually, we had lunch first, then ultrasound,
sorry,
but that's not
we raced off to meet my family for lunch and then went to the ultrasound, and then straight after the ultrasound we went to Luke's mum's house, met up with them, and then we went to the Eagles versus GWS game at Optus Stadium. Then we went back to Luke's mum's house, and then we came here and made all the bed stuff, and then had a shower, then got dressed, and then filmed this.
And made 2 old ladies cry.
What?
And we made 2 old ladies cry.
So first of all, symptoms for this week. What have I gone through?
Same as last week.
I've been breathless. Yeah, pretty much the same as last week. I've been breathless. My rib pain is killing me. There was something different that I was going to mention and I've now forgotten it, and it's really, really frustrating me. I've had a little bit more nausea this week than I usually do, but then also my heartburn's died off a bit, so it's sort of balanced out because the heartburn sort of gives you a similar feeling to nausea. But I haven't needed like as much Rennie at night time to sleep.
Yeah.
I've been sleeping better, dreaming heaps.
Was it last week you said no dreams, or was it the week before?
The week before I said no dreams, and then last week I was like dreaming, but I've definitely been dreaming this week.
You always killed me in your dream last night, but that's another story.
Yeah, last night I had a nightmare, it was nice. Oh damn it, it's really frustrating.
I know, I can't remember what it is. There's something that happened, but
I've been needing to pee a fair bit. But I have gone like 1 or 2 nights where I've only peed once. It was amazing. Oh, that is so frustrating.
I know. You will remember during next week.
Every single time this mystery symptom happened, I was like, yay, okay, this is definitely a thing. I can add it to my pregnancy update, and now I've forgotten it.
To make it slightly different from last week's.
Oh.
Last week's was pretty interesting, in my opinion.
Ugh. I have been feeling faint a lot again this week, like really a bit. Today I actually was scared I was going to pass out at the footy. So there was that.
But that wasn't it.
Been getting a lot of pain as per usual. Baby has been kicking like crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see my little belly button just like go up and shriek? But especially around there you can really feel him. He will actually have like a hand and a foot through my skin, and you can like poke it and make it move and stuff, and it's really cute. I really wanted to think of a symptom, but I cannot think of it because baby brain, apparently that's a symptom this week. But yeah, I can't think of a symptom, so I guess I'll just go into the big thing that happened today, which is the ultrasound.
He's so handsome.
Yeah, I finally had the ultrasound with my family and Luke. My great aunt actually lives in Brisbane, so obviously she's over here for the moment, and her coming was like super special.
And
she's also an ex-midwife. She was a midwife for a good 30 years, I think. Like
she was
30 years ago.
Son.
Yeah, she was really interested.
Yeah, and she had the questions of like someone who actually.
Yeah, she's sitting there like, oh, yep, that's right. Oh, that's cool. You can see that now. My aunt was actually super lucky because back in the days when she was a midwife, they didn't actually. She was super lucky to actually use an ultrasound machine because they were brand new. She had like one of the first ones, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went there and baby was not awake. He literally pretty much slept the entire time, but he was still wriggling a little bit in his sleep, which was pretty good.
His eyes were closed.
She did focus on his face a lot, and I really wanted her to focus on his legs because I wanted to see how it felt.
Yeah, I know,
when he was
but I
kicking.
suppose previous ultrasounds you would have seen a lot of the legs where you haven't seen as much of the face.
No, they always show his face, and I'm like, I don't care about his face, show me his limbs.
So
I love the feet. But yeah, it was a 3D 4D ultrasound as well,
Yeah.
so she got the 3D picture of his face, and his face is actually filled out now, which is really
He's
good.
got really chubby cheeks.
Yeah, he's quite chubby. He's definitely put on a lot of fat.
Which is good
For him.
Yeah.
I really should have recorded us going to it. I was going to record like all day today. I had the camera in the car, and then I just baby brain as usual. But yeah, it was really interesting. I loved seeing him. The thing I liked the most was the fact that when he was kicking, oh sorry mate, leg there. I was poking him, and you could actually see where I was poking on the ultrasound. It was like, I liked the fact that I could see me interacting with him on the ultrasound. That was really cool for me. The ultrasound was when my grandma burst into tears.
Instantly.
Yeah, later in the day when we're at the footy game, she rings me up and was like, because she obviously had to drive all the way home, and she lives about 2 hours away. She also did some other stuff before going home, so it was a while before she rang me up to let me know she was home. And then she was like, also, I bought a cot. And I'm like, that's great, Grandma, because she will babysit in the future and a cot will be handy, except for the fact that she already has a cot because she babysits already. So I don't know if she like got rid of her old cot and bought a new one, or if she just magically has 2 cots now. Not really sure what's going on there, but she bought a cot. She got very excited by the ultrasound. So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, Sky said he looked like an otter, my sister. But yeah, and then later, obviously, we went to Luke's mum's house afterwards before we went to the footy game.
Second old lady cries.
That's when she started crying because at the ultrasound they give you a DVD, which is in your glove box that I need to get out. They give you a DVD of like all the pictures they took as well as the video of the whole thing. And then they also give you a printout of, in this case 4, it depends which package you get and how much you pay as to how many pictures you get.
Mum was going to pay for the photos, by the way.
But she got 4 printout pictures of his face, and I was like, we can just get more printouts because we have the CD. So I just let Luke's mum have the printouts.
And here come the
And as soon as she saw them, she started crying and wanted to hug me, and I hate hugs. But I tried to hug back. I tried. I gave it my best attempt.
Can you hear what she said? Because she's like, that's my...
Yeah, I don't know. She tried to say something, but...
That's my grandson?
I think so.
And then...
But yeah, and then she's rushing around the house showing everyone. Even Sam got to look at him. I don't think Sam wanted to.
I don't think he cares, no.
Sam's Luke's brother, for the record. Yeah. I don't think we've mentioned him
Beck cared.
Before.
Which is his fiancée.
I didn't see when she showed Beck because I was having a shower.
She showed Beck and Beck was like, oh.
Yeah. He is pretty cute. Like
she showed, I thought Nam was going to cry, but she just started laughing.
Yeah.
I don't think she knew what she was looking at, to
Probably
be fair.
Not.
But, yeah.
To be fair, most 3D scans look so bad. Like, you really have to get... Baby has to be in a really good position at a really good stage of, like, fat development without being completely squished. You have to get a really clear shot. Like, there's so many factors that make a 3D ultrasound actually good, and so many things that can go wrong. And I think we were pretty good. The only negative thing we had was the fact that he was sitting there sucking on his umbilical cord. he was sitting there literally holding and sucking on his umbilical cord and like putting it in his mouth, which obviously was like blocking
his
view
mouth.
of his face. He also had his head right against my uterine wall. We got really lucky with our 3D pictures.
Yeah, we
it
did.
really looks like a baby
It looked
other
really
than
good.
the umbilical
It
cord.
does look like an alien.
But I know that a lot of people get really disappointed with their results because it doesn't look
but
right.
not everyone has a baby as gorgeous as ours.
But yeah, he's actually got he's got your nose. He doesn't have my nose. My family has like
The poor child.
but my family's nose goes like out more. Does that
Big?
make more sense?
Like a big nose.
Yeah, but we don't have a wide nose. We have a normal nose. It's not super skinny. I don't know. Our family's noses are more like skinny and out this way.
Just like have a fat nose.
And flat. Does that make sense? But your family's noses are all like wider and shorter.
You know, I completely forgot this baby.
I'm going to be watching this video like staring at our noses now. But he's got Luke's nose.
As soon as his face came up on the screen, your Auntie Chris was like, "Oh, Luke, he looks like you." I actually completely forgot this baby could actually look like me.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it's Storm's baby.
Oh my
It's
God,
going
my
to look
hip.
like Storm, but I was going to say before is when we gave Mum the photo, what was funny was she like covered up a photo of Auntie Kerry to put it up.
Yeah, I saw that. I felt so bad for you.
She was like, "Me, Pop, yeah, we'll
I
cover
had to
up
sit
Auntie."
there and I was like, whose photo has she covered?
They'll find a frame for that. Don't worry, that'll be centre. Every time someone comes over, look at my grandson.
He's
having blue
probably
eyes.
going to have blue eyes unless a really weird gene comes through.
What if he has one?
But I'm getting really excited. He also had hair. He had a little bit of
Yeah, I
hair.
saw
There
that.
wasn't much, but there was a little bit of hair.
Showed up as like white scatter, but
Yeah.
anyways.
But yeah, so the ultrasound was the most exciting thing we did today.
Well, for you, I like the footy.
Footy was good too, but the ultrasound.
Oh no, sorry, Hayden's more important. Sorry, yeah, Hayden was better than the footy.
Hayden was kicking at the footy.
I know, he's gonna be.
He was kicking better than anyone on the field.
He was kicking better than the Giants were.
Yeah,
Well,
he
that
was
wasn't
actually
hard.
really hurting, like fully hurting me with his kicking at the footy. Like sometimes he'll be jumpy enough that a couple of kicks will hurt, but this was the point where I feel like he's bruised my stomach. It actually it was so sore. I also got a really strong Braxton Hicks, I assume, contraction at the footy. I didn't recognise it at first. I was sort of like in heaps of pain from tightness, like my whole stomach was really tight. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's full, like I have a full bladder, I'll just go to the toilet. And then I went to the toilet and like lifted my shirt up and looked down and like my belly was all lumpy because of like, it was so contracted that it was just where my uterus and where Hayden was sitting that made no sense. But yeah, my belly was so tight and contracted in this Braxton Hicks contraction that it was like really lumpy where all Hayden's appendages were, which was really interesting. Made for an interesting pee, but yeah.
I fell in love again today. We went to the ultrasound.
Yeah.
So,
I've been trying to get Luke to bond with Hayden more because obviously he's kicking me like crazy and I'm starting to interact with him heaps and get to know him a lot better. But it's harder for Luke to get to know him from kicks, probably because his kicks make him feel like an alien.
well, yeah, but for me it's just like these little boop, boop in my hand, nothing painful, nothing. And I like see him, he looks super creepy. So I was like, well, last time we went to the ultrasound, I was like, oh my god, I'm in love. And then I had like that massive period where I didn't really, interact with him.
The last ultrasound Luke went to was my 12-week one, and I'm now 28 weeks.
Yeah,
so it's been
a while since
14
I've been
weeks.
to, although we did go to 3 in those 12 weeks. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I saw him today, I'm like, my son.
Ultrasounds are good because I guess
My
before
son.
ultrasounds, the dads had no way of bonding other than like just feeling kicks and stuff. Ah, I'm so annoyed. I can't remember that.
But you still don't know about that symptom.
That symptom. I did go and finally get pull-on shoes,
Oh, shoes,
sneakers.
right, okay, that sounds
They're
so
down
creepy
now.
for a second.
Ooh.
You don't have to, you can't bend, baby, don't worry.
Watch me. I got 2 pairs because they're from Kmart,
I thought
so
you were
they're
like
cheap.
4.
I got 2 pairs of pull-on sneakers because I couldn't decide between the 2 pairs, so I got both. I was in a spending spree thing. I think this is my version of nesting, just spending heaps of money. It's not a very good version of nesting.
No, it's not. It does nothing
because no cleaning is getting done.
It does nothing for me.
But yeah, I finally got pull-on shoes. I also had to go up a size. I got 8s instead of 7s. But yeah, ow, my hip is really sore at the moment. Could you please move your hand?
You sat on it.
But I think that has something to do with the fact that I've been like up and down stairs a lot today, running around after everything a lot today, lifting a lot today. My tummy has been so tight. It actually is really hurting today. It was okay in the morning, but ever since after lunch, it's just been constant pain, like quite bad pain. Can I just do belly shots on the bed? I probably can't.
Oh, that means the video's ending.
Yeah, the video's ending. Belly, sit. Oh, I wish you were in the camera more, but you just got your nose in it.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
So yeah, this is my belly for this week.
Is it?
It was lower when he was sitting lower, but now he's a bit up at the moment. Itching. That was one of the symptoms.
That wasn't what you were thinking of, I swear.
Wasn't it? I know that in one of my pregnancy... Hello? I know that in one of my pregnancy updates I said that I hadn't experienced any itching yet, but I'm starting to experience it. It's not bad or anything yet, but it's definitely like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, oh, maybe I am starting to get itching, and then it kept coming. It's not bad. It's just like on my belly, I just itch it a little bit. And yeah, so my itching is starting to be a symptom, but it's not a bad symptom. Oh, it looks very low from that angle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But no, I don't think it's any lower than it was last week. I feel like it's going to stretch out heaps in the next few days because it is so tight. I would not be surprised if I start getting... Could you please stop getting in the light? I was about to say, I would not be surprised if I start getting stretch marks. But yeah, that's my belly.